A routine airport check turned into a high alert situation at the Indian airport in Srinagar, where security officers they were scanning a bag just as a usual passenger checking. Everything it appeared pretty normal until something unusual showed up during the screening here. Inside one passenger's luggage, well, there was a satellite communicator and a GPS device. Now, these are the equipments that does not rely on regular mobile network, but it connects directly to the satellites immediately, raising the suspicion here. Within minutes, the atmosphere completely changed. Two passengers, both the US citizens, they were stopped for further questioning. In fact, one of them was identified as Jeffrey Scott Prather, while the other one was an American citizen of an Indian origin. Well, what initially looked like a routine travel check, it quickly escalated into a security matter, specifically considering the sensitive nature of the entire region. Well, the devices found they were not any ordinary travel gadgets. Reports indicate that the luggage contained a Garmin satellite communicator along with GPS device. Unlike the standard smartphones or navigation tools, such satellite-enabled devices can send and receive signals directly from satellites without depending on local telecom network. Now, this ability makes them highly sensitive from security perspective, particularly in regions like Jammu and Kashmir, where strict monitoring is in place. Well, the two individuals, they were scheduled to board an Air India flight from Srinagar to New Delhi, but they were not allowed to continue their journey for obvious reasons. Security officials, they detained them and later handed them over to local police authorities for further questioning. Investigators are now trying to determine the purpose of their visit to Kashmir, why they were carrying restricted devices, and whether the act was due to lack of awareness or something more serious. If you don't know, then in India, specifically in sensitive regions like Jammu and Kashmir, satellite communication devices, they are strictly regulated. The reason is simple. These devices bypass the conventional telecom system, meaning that they cannot be easily tracked through the local network. Now, this raises serious security concern, of course, as such equipments, they can be used for unauthorized communication. And because of this, carrying satellite phone or certain GPS devices without any prior permission, it is considered unlawful. In the meantime, according to the official policy of Air India, satellite phones and GPS devices, they are prohibited unless passengers have very specific authorization from the authorities like the Department of Telecommunication or the Ministry of Home Affairs. Even in cases where limited permissions are granted, strict conditions apply, including restriction on how the devices are carried and how they are used. In fact, beyond the airline policy, Indian law enforces these rules under provisions that are linked to the Indian Telegraph Act and their related telecom regulation. Possession of such communication equipments without authorization, it can lead to fines, confiscation of devices, and even arrest. Now, satellite phones, they are restricted until and unless they are approved by the government. This particular incident, in the end, it highlights a broader issue for international travelers. Well, what may be legal or easily available in one country, it can be restricted or even banned in another. Many travelers carry advanced gadgets for convenience, navigation, safety. But in regions with heightened security concern, such items, they can be quickly be leading to legal trouble. For now, the investigation is ongoing and authorities, they are closely examining the intent behind carrying these devices. While no conclusion has been made yet, the case, it serves as a strong reminder how strict enforcement can be in sensitive regions.